So good afternoon all. In the last class, we have discussed about what is meant by stress, what is meant by strain, similarly different types of stresses and strains. So let us review the same once again. So first of all, let us write what is meant by the word stress. So stress ante enti?
It is the ratio
Yeah, is the ratio
of
of
resistance of force and
hmm,
area.
area or resisting area. So the total internal
Mm,
resistance of the force divided by the resisting area, right? So
area.
this is the
Yes, sir.
total resistance by resistance. ఇంకా దీన్నే సింపుల్ గా చెప్పాలంటే టోటల్ రెసిస్టెన్స్ ఇస్ ఈక్వల్ టు ద ఫోర్స్ అప్లైడ్ కాబట్టి ఫోర్స్ బై ఏరియా
By area.
రెసిస్టింగ్ ఏరియా సింపుల్ గా ఏరియా అంటాం. The force is represented by P and the area is represented by A. Then the stress is also represented by the word sigma, and some people will call it as F. What would be the word letter? The same represents stress. So stress is equal to P by A. So this is the standard formula around which the entire strength of materials revolves, right? And the next one is strain.
Ratio of change in dimension by original dimension.
Yeah, strain ante ante. So when some force is applied, there will be some deformation in that body. So the deformation divided by the original dimension. So if the length is increased, then the change in length or increase in length divided by the original length will gives us the strain. So here the strain is represented by a letter small e. So this is equal to the change in length by the original length. So this is strain, or simply it can be written as E is equal to delta L by L, where delta L is the change in length and L is the original length. So this is the formula for strain. Coming on to the units. So మన యూనిట్స్ చూసినట్లయితే చూడండి, so units. So the force is expressed in newtons, and then the area is expressed in square meters. Then these are the units. దీన్ని మనం ఈ రకంగా రాస్తాం, newtons per square meters. Okay, so this is just like our pressure units. The pressure is also expressed in terms of area. So that is also expressed in terms of square meters. So I have to mute all of you. If you have any doubt, you can raise your hand. అందరిని మ్యూట్ చేస్తున్నాను. Right. Now you cannot unmute yourself. You have to ask me for unmuting. So if you have any doubt, you can just raise your hands in the given options. Right. So these are the units for stress. So ఈ న్యూటన్ పర్ స్క్వేర్ మీటర్స్ మనం పాస్కల్ అని కూడా అంటాం. సో పాస్కల్ అంటే ప్రెజర్ యూనిట్స్ కూడా పాస్కల్ మనం చెప్తాం. So that's why sometimes the stress is expressed in terms of pascals, in units of pascals. So Pascal is nothing but 1 Newton per square meter. 1 Pascal is equal to 1 Newton per square meter. You have to remember that. Similarly, coming on to the strain, since it is the ratio of two lengths, so that's why there are no units. E length, both the lengths will be cancelled with each other. So it is in a constant. It is not a constant, but there are no units. There are no units for strain. You have to remember this. So this is the brief introduction of the previous sessions. So if you observe these things, now you have to determine change in length or change in dimension in some cases. So if you want to determine the change in length, then you must be given with the following data. Okay, so before that, I shall explain about one more thing. In the last class, I have explained about Hooke's law. So Hooke's law em cheptundi manaki? What is the Hooke's law states? Hooke's law. So it states that stress, straight, states that stress is proportional to the strain. Stress is proportional to the strain. That means both stress and strains maintains a specific relation. A specific relation. In other words, it can be written as stress by strain. That means the strain is brought to the left side. So now this will become a constant. There will be nothing on this side. So simply 1 will be there. So that's why I will write it as a constant. So now this will become equal. So stress by strain is equal to constant. So this constant is known as modulus of elasticity. So this is known as modulus of elasticity. Or there is another name for it. So that is Young's modulus. You have to remember these words. Young's modulus. Okay, Karthika, I will tell you. Those things also I will tell you, don't worry. So this is called as Young's modulus and it is represented by the letter E. So here we can write it as stress by strain. So I will write the stress as sigma by strain is represented by small e. So this is equal to E. Okay. So this is also an important relation. Sometimes you may be asked to determine what is the change in length or change in any dimension. So in such cases, you have to take the help of the stress and strain and also this Young's modulus. So here this Young's modulus is a constant. So this Young's modulus depends upon the type of material. So that means this mild steel will have one value of Young's material. Similarly, Young's modulus. Similarly, aluminum will have one value of Young's modulus. Like that, every material will have a unique value of Young's modulus. So that has to be remembered. Right. Now, next, change in length. Now I have to find out the change in length. This may be asked. In the examinations. So change in length. So this is represented by delta L as we know that. So we know that E is equal to delta L by L and also sigma is equal to P by A and also the sigma by E is equal to capital E. Remember that this is small e and this is capital E. Small e means it is strain. Capital E means it is Young's modulus or modulus of elasticity. So change in length means it is here. So we have to determine the change in length in some cases. So in such cases, let us derive a small relation for getting the value of sigma L. Let us take this relation. First of all, E relation chudandi. So E is equal sigma by E is equal to capital E. So here I will write this sigma as I can write this sigma as P by A. Let me use another color for better visualization. Right. So we know that E is equal to sigma by E. But we also know that E is equal to P by A. So that's why P by A into small e. Right. So we got it as E is equal to P by A into small e. Right. Now this small e is nothing but delta L by L. So let us substitute this value here. Now it will become P by A into delta L by L. Now this L is brought to the numerator. So that's why it will become P into L by A into sigma L. So delta L, right? So now I will see. I will write it once again. E is equal to P L A into delta L. Now I will bring this E this side and delta L that side, so that delta L will be brought to the numerator of the left hand side and E is brought to the denominator of the right hand side. So this is simple mathematics. So we get it as delta L is equal to PL by A into capital E. So this is a direct relation which is used to find out the change in length, which is important, which has to be remembered for solving the problems. So just important. So we should know, if you know all these formulas, then also you can find out the value of delta L. Or if you know this formula, simply you can find out the value of delta L. Right. Just make a note of these things. So just note down the problem on your notebook so that you can start solving this problem. Well, so in this problem, what we have to do is you have to determine what is the intensity of stress. Similarly, what is the strain? Intensity of stress means you have to determine the value of stress. That's all. Similarly, strain and also elongation. So elongation is nothing but change in length or increase in length. So increase in length is called as elongation and decrease in length is called as compression. Yes, somebody has raised some doubt. You can ask me. Entama? Okay, right. So now let us go for the solution part. First of all, you have to write down what is the data given. Yeah. So data given. Just observe a steel rod 25 mm diameter. All of you please mute yourself. All of you please mute yourself. A steel rod 25 mm in diameter. So there is a steel rod like this. Okay. So this is a steel rod. So its diameter. అమ్మాయిలు ఎవరో మాట్లాడుతున్నారు, మ్యూట్ చేసుకోమా నువ్వు. సో ఇట్స్ డయామీటర్ ఇస్ 25. సో D is equal to 25 mm. Next, it's 2 meters long. That means its length. So its length is 2 meters. That means 2000 mm. So meters are converted into mm. So here you must remember that all the quantities must be in same units. So some units should not be in millimeters or some units should not be in meters, like that. So all the units must be in single units only. Sorry, all the quantities must be in single units only. So if there are length units, it must be in mm or meters, whatever it may be, but all the things must be in the same units. So I will write length is equal to, so 2 meters means 2000 mm. So it is subjected to an axial pull. So pull means this is pull. It is subjected to an axial pull of 45 kilonewtons. So this is 45 kilonewtons. So pull is nothing but force. So P is equal to 45 kilonewtons. So here it is in kilonewtons. So I will convert this into newtons. So 45 into 10 to the power of 3. So I think all of you know these conversions. 1000 newtons or 10 cube newtons is equal to 1 kilonewton. 10 cube newtons is equal to 1 kilonewton. Alage 10 cube kilonewtons is equal to 1 meganewton. So all these things must be remembered. Okay. So 10 cube kilonewtons are 10 to the power of 6 newtons. Both are same. So this is also equal to 1 meganewton. So I will mute all of you because Sai Santosh Kumar is making some noise. Right. So these are the important conversions that you have to remember. 10 cube and 1000 newtons means it is 1 kilonewton. Similarly, 1000 kilonewtons is equal to 1 meganewton, or this 1000 and this 1000. So total 10 to the power of 6 newtons is equal to 1 meganewton. Right. So that's why I have converted this kilonewtons into newtons here. So 1 kilonewtons is equal to 10 cube newtons. That's why I have multiplied this value into 10 cubes. So that's why this is 45 into 10 to the power of 3 newtons. And what is the next data given? That's all. And the E is also given. That is Young's modulus or modulus of elasticity, 2 into 10 to the power of 5 newtons per square millimeter. See, observe here it is given in newtons, but here the force is in kilonewtons. That's why I have converted this force into newtons. So this is the given data. Now let us observe. What you have to do is we have to find out what is the intensity of stress or stress value, right? So let us write the formulas. So what are the important formulas? First of all, stress formula. Stress is equal to P by A. Next, E is equal to delta L by L. And then capital E is equal to stress by strain. So these three things must be remembered. These are very important. Now let us observe. So first of all, you have to determine what is the value of stress. So stress, what is the formula for stress? Is equal to P by A. So P is given as 45 into 10 cube. And what is the value of A? So A means it is the resisting area. So that means this is the resisting area. So what is the formula for area of this particular portion? So this is the resisting area. Now tell me what is the formula for this area? So area is equal to, since this is circular in cross section, so this is pi by 4 d square, and d value is also given. So this is pi by 4 into d square means 25 square. So just calculate this value and tell me the answer. Just solve this and tell me what is the value of stress. You have to do it. The stress value is 91.67 newtons per square millimeters. Similarly, what is the next value? Strain value. So do you have the value of strain? The strain. So the formula for the strain is this one, delta L by L. So here delta L means it is the increase in length. Since it is a pull, there will be increase in length. So we don't know this value. This also has to be determined. And simply we know the value of L only. So we cannot use this formula right now straight away. Because we don't know the value of delta L. So that's why let us go to this formula, whether it is useful in solving the problem or not. So you have the value of E, it is given. Similarly, you have the value of sigma. It is also available. We have just determined this. So simply you can find out the value of E. So E is equal to sigma by capital E. So we have the value of sigma. What is the value of sigma? 91.67. And capital E means it is given as 2 into 10 to the power of 5 newtons per square millimeters. Now tell me this value. మీరు మెసేజ్ టైప్ చేయొద్దు, నాకు చెప్పండి. Now you can speak. So you have to use all the three formulas and you have to apply the appropriate formula for determining. Here there are two formulas for E, but here this formula is not suitable straight away because we don't have this value of delta L. But here this formula is suitable because we have the value of E and we just determine the value of sigma. So that's why the only unknown is small e, that is strain. So you can determine the value of strain by using this formula. Tell me the value. 91.67 by 2 into 10 to the power of 5. See, still the people are typing in the chat box. See, if you observe, somebody has written the answer as 4,58,003,500. Siva. So your value is correct, but the answer is wrong. Your digits are correct, but the answer is wrong. See, you might have get this value as 4.5835, correct? So this is 4.5835, correct? But you might have got this also into 10 to the power of minus 3. Sorry, 4. In the calculator, you might have got this value also. Calculator ఎంత వస్తే అంతే వేయండి. So this is 4. Yeah, Mr. Sai Krishna is correct from first shift. Good. And now tell me, what are the units for this value? What are the units for that value? Can anybody tell me? Since this is strain, there are no units. So you should not use any units for strain. Now we got the value of E. We got the value of E, right? See, you can speak. You can unmute yourself and speak. Don't type. It is becoming inconvenient for me to check the chat box every time. You can speak. Answer చెప్పేసి మళ్ళీ ఆఫ్ చేసేసుకోండి. Right. So we got the value of E. We got the value of A, and you are given with the value of L. Now you can find out what is the value of delta L. So delta L is nothing but the elongation. So delta L is equal to E into L. So you got the value of E here. So E is 4.5835 into 10 to the power of minus 4 multiplied by L. L means it is given as 2000 mm. So 2000 mm. Now tell me this value. Okay, okay. I will unmute. Don't worry. Now you can unmute yourself.
2.29 into 10 power 3.
2.29
into 10 power 3.
What is that?
SL, sir.
Huh?
SL, sir. Changing in line. Delta L.
No, no, no.
Sir, 0.91.
Exactly. So here the answer is
0.9167.
excellent. So here the answer is 0.9167. Sai, check yourself. And what are the units for this? Is there any units for extension?
Newton base.
This is extension, means change in length or increase in length. What are the units for length? Mm square.
No units.
No, no, no. Change in length. So here that this particular rectangular rod is increased by 0.9167 mm. Okay. So this is how you can solve this problem. You just make a note of all these things. See, in this problem, you are asked with the stress value and the strain value, finally elongation. See, this elongation can be determined by using the direct formula, which we have discussed earlier. So that is PL by AE. So let us move to that one. Right. So we know that elongation is equal to that is delta L is equal to PL by AE. You can directly substitute the values. What is the value of P? So P is 45 into 10 cube. Okay, into L. What is the value of L? Is 2000. And A is pi by 4 D square. D is how much? Is 25 whole square multiplied by E is equal to 2 into 10 to the power of 5. Now, if you solve this formula, if you solve this equation, you can get the same value. Just solve it and tell me what is the value of delta L by using this formula. Do this also.
sir.
Yeah, exactly. So here also you get the same value. You should get the same value, 0.9167 mm. So when you are asked with the value of change in length, then directly you can use this formula, or you can go to the previous method also. So like that you have to use all the three formulas. By using all these three formulas also, you can determine the value of delta L, or you can use directly this formula, right? So this is an important problem, right? Now let us move to the next problem. So we have to find out the minimum diameter of a steel wire. So there is a steel wire which is subjected to a load of 4000 newtons. See here, this is the 4000 newtons is the load, and also stress is given. The stress in the rod should not be exceeded, should not exceed 95 meganewtons per square meters. So here you are given with the value of load. So P is given. Do not 6 doubt or do direct. So P is given. So P is how much? 4000 newtons. And also stress is given. Stress is sigma is equal to 95 meganewtons per square meters. See here it is in newtons, but here it is in meganewtons. It should not be like that. So both the quantities must be the same units, that is newtons. So let us convert this, and we know that 1 meganewton is equal to 10 to the power of 6 newtons. 1 meganewton is equal to 10 to the power of 6 newtons. So that's why 95 into 10 to the power of 6. Now newton per square meters, right? So there are only two values. So here we are asked with the diameter. So how to determine what is the value of minimum diameter or diameter. Don't worry about the word minimum. So just you have to find out the value of diameter, right? So how do you get the value of diameter directly? We know that stress is equal to load by area. So here P by area. See here is a steel wire. Steel wire means it is cylindrical. So the formula cross section is circle for that. So that's why the formula is pi by 4 d square, right? So simply by solving this equation, you are given with the value of sigma. So what is the value of sigma here? Sigma is 95 into 10 to the power of 6. That is equal to P is given, that is 4000 by pi by 4 d square. So simply you have to find out what is the value of d. Tell me this value. Solve this and tell me. So while solving this, you have to use your calculator carefully. Otherwise, you will be given with wrong answers. So let us simplify this first. So first of all, I am bringing all this denominator to the left hand side. So for that purpose, pi by 4 d square is equal to 4000 by 95 into 10 to the power of 6. So just like cross multiplication, like that. So this value comes here and this value comes here. So pi by 4 d square is equal to 4000 by 95 into 10 to the power of 6. Similarly, d square is equal to 4000 by 95 into 10 to the power of 6. Here it is pi by 4. So after going to the right hand side, it will become 4 by pi. Right. Now tell me what is the value of d square first. First tell me what is the value of d square. So you will get some value. So now d is equal to root over that value. Right. Now solve this.
5.36 into 10 to the power of -5.
What is that?
Sir, D equals to 7.3, sir.
Exactly. Unit చెప్పాలి.
Mm, sir.
Exactly. So here D is equal to 7.32 mm. All of you check your answers. So you must be careful with the units, and also you must be careful with the procedure while simplifying the equations.
సార్ 7.32 into 10 power 3 కదా సార్ అక్కడ.
Yeah, exactly. 7.32 into 10 power 3. So let me answer this question. 7.32 into 10.3. Tell me the units now. Is it 10.3 or minus 3? Tell me.
+3 సార్, +3.
No.
-3, sir.
It must be minus 3. Now what are the units for this? Tell me. Area is, here stress value is given in square meters per square meter. The stress value is given per square meter. So that's why the area also will be in per square meters. So that's why the diameter also comes in meters. So if you convert this into millimeters, then that will become 10.32 millimeters. Sai, did you get my point?
Yes sir. Yes sir.
Okay. See here, you have to observe the units. That's what I am saying repeatedly. So here, the stress value is given. See here, the stress value is given meganewtons per square meter of area. So here the area is given in square meters. So that's why the values also will come in meters only. So you have to convert that into millimeters. That's all. So if you have finished this problem, then we can move to the next problem. So this is the next problem. All of you note it down. So this is a rectangular block. That's all. This is a rectangular block made of wood. Okay. Well, now 60 millimeters wide. That means width is given. So here, this is the width. This is 60, and 120 mm deep. So depth is given. So this is depth or height. So this is 120, and 1.5 meters long. So this is length. So this is 1.5 meters. That means 1500 mm. Right. Now it is subjected to an axial pull of 30 kilonewtons. Axial pull. So it is subjected to a pull, axial pull like this. So what is the value of this pull? 30 kilonewtons. That's it. Next, the stretch of the member is found to be 0.625. So due to this force, this member is stretched by 0.625 mm. So what does it mean? It is stretched by that value. That means it is increased by that much length. So that is nothing but delta L. Exactly. Good. So this is delta L, which is 0.625 mm. And also axial pull is given, which is 30 kilonewtons or 30 into 10 cube newtons. I will straight away write like this. Okay. So what is the Young's modulus of the tie material? So what is the Young's modulus of this material? That he is asking us. So how do you get this?
ఫస్ట్ స్ట్రెయిన్ స్ట్రెస్ కనుక్కొని 2 డివైడ్ చేస్తే
So we know that Young's modulus. Young's modulus is equal to stress by strain. So you can determine the value of stress. So E is equal to, we know that it is stress by strain. Okay. Right. Similarly, stress is equal to P by A and strain is equal to delta L by L. So everything is available. So P is available, A is available, delta L is available, L is available. So that you can get the value of sigma and E. So if you know the value of sigma and E, you can directly determine the value of E. So this is one procedure. And another procedure is to use this formula. So what is that formula? Delta L is equal to PL by AE. You can use straight away this formula. So here P is given, L is given, A is given, and E is to be found. You have to determine the value of E. So if you take this value E here, so this is PL by A into delta L. So delta L is also given. So what you have to do is simply you have to find out the value of A. So here the resisting area is this one. See here the resisting area. See this is the resisting area in the blue color what I am drawing. So this is the resisting area. So what is this area? This is a rectangular section. So area is B into D. So 60 into 120. That's all. So here area is equal to.
Sir,
చెప్పమ్మా
నథింగ్ సార్.
ఎవరా అమ్మాయి ఏదో అండి 60 into 120. That's all. So you can find out the value of E by using this method or this method. Whatever the method you can use. Tell me directly what is the value of E. I need the only E value. Solve this and tell me.
Newtons by
Yeah, Newtons by square millimeter. Because we know that E is equal to what is this? Sigma by E. So what are the units for sigma? Newtons per square meters. And there are no units for this. So both capital A and sigma will have the same units, right? So Newtons per square millimeters here. Here because we have substituted the area in millimeters. So this is, or you can write it as 10 into 10 cube. As you wish.
Yes, sir.
Newton per square millimeters. Right? Good. So ఈ రకంగా సాల్వ్ చేయొచ్చు. Next, I will give you a homework. You just solve it. Don't worry, I will share that homework in our group. ఈ గ్రూప్ లో పెడతాను హోంవర్క్, అది మీరు నాకు సాల్వ్ చేసి చూపించండి. ఓకేనా? మీరు సాల్వ్ చేసి మళ్ళీ గ్రూప్ లోనే పెట్టండి, అది దాని సొల్యూషన్ చూస్తాను మీరు ఎలా చేశారని. దాన్ని బట్టి మీకు ఎంత అర్థమైందో I can understand. So, do you have any doubts? Otherwise, you can close the session. చెప్పమ్మా. Number 43, రైట్ చేసే హ్యాండ్. రైట్. లెస్ దెన్ 1 minute ఉంది, ఎలా కట్ అయిపోతుంది. మీకు డౌట్స్ ఏమి లేవంటే ఇక్కడతో ఆపేస్తాను, లేదంటే మళ్ళీ జాయిన్ అవుతాను అంతే. సో డౌట్స్ లేవు కాబట్టి ఐఎమ్ క్లోజింగ్ దిస్ సెషన్. Thank you. I wish you all the best. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.